Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. I have so many things to talk to you about. I know I say that almost every day, but I do. I miss you when I'm not with you. And so, I have so much to, share, and I want you to share and all the things. So if you are brand new here, if you would like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, all the things on Corbiere-Scott Designs, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then if you would ask to join our private Facebook groups, Stitch Along with Anne and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook groups, that would be grand. You will be so happy because then you can share all the stuff that you make and I'll share all the things that I make, and we just inspire each other. And then for all things Anne and Artsy, please go to AnneCorbiereScottDesigns.com, especially for the new art printables that are coming out today. So there's a bunch of them. There is the new, just a sec, okay. The new calendar art for June. What's the best that could possibly happen? Stop it. No, what's the best that could happen? So we have all of these pretty posies to paint. And then in honor of my mom, the relaunch is my mom art printable that I drew in 2020. How crazy is that? I can't wait to paint this and then make something with all these bits and bobs. But I also have a bundle for sale, and I've never done a bundle before, and here's why. Honest to Pete, I couldn't figure out how to put more than one art printable in one in one PDF. But God bless my friend Lindsay. She helped me figure that out. And so Jeff and I did it. We worked on it this weekend. And so that is available too. And the cool thing about that is that it is a bundle of all of the image art printables from the Walk in the Woods art printable. Normally you would Walk in the Woods artist retreat. And normally you would only get those if you attended the retreat, but I bundled them and you get 6 art printables for the price of 5. See, 6, because my birthday, all the things. Anyway, click that link, and then let's do the link for the mom art printable. I hope that you guys are having a nice morning. It is kind of overcast here today, and I know this sounds crazy, but we're excited because it is going to be in the 70s, and that is cooling off because, you guessed it, this weekend we are headed for 100 degrees. How insane is that? Just crazy. And I think we're set for Saturday is 100 and Sunday is 103. Crazy. Too quick. So I put the links for all 3 things, for the 6th birthday bundle, for the mom art printable, for the Year in Bloom art printable, and I'm gonna get one second. Yes, it is Cinco de Mayo, Patricia, and I'm so excited. How are you celebrating Cinco de Mayo? How? I'm curious. We're always curious, aren't we? Like, what's everybody else doing? So here's what we're doing. Today is family reading, family book club. And so we are having Mexican food, of course. And then we are gathering together to gathering together to discuss the book that we're reading as a family, and that is still Stranger Things youth novelization. So I also put okay, let's see. I need to refresh so I can see all the comments. So I also put a link for my artist retreat in Michigan. That will be Labor Day weekend in September in Marshall, Michigan. The link is there for you to go check it out. But if you want a little bit of a sneak peek, open your newsletter. Your newsletter has a blurb about my process, and I will be posting things throughout the next few days of like things that we're going to do at the artist retreat. And oh my gosh, I can't wait. The big parade in St. Paul was on Saturday. Oh, very cool. Oh my gosh, I bet it was so fun. Oh, Patricia, I bet it was grand. I bet it was grand. Okay, so I got my beam paints out this morning. And I have these 2 art printables to paint. And so I think I'm going to start with my mom. And you know what's so crazy? I was thinking about, it's crazy when you lose someone so important to you, isn't it? It feels like forever, and it was just yesterday. All those feelings are so... I don't know, they're so big, you know? So I was thinking about it, and one of the things I thought about was the first Mother's Day without her was just awful. I was just a mess. It's just a mess. And I needed to get out of here because we had just lost her, because we lost her on April 6th. And so I went to Austin to hang out with my kid, and you know what? It was perfect. It was perfect. I went to the Lady Bird Johnson Wildlife Center. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I just had so much fun. Okay, so I'm getting my beam paints out, like I said. And if you are watching along and you want to know which ones I'm using, Lake Superior, oh, this was a limited edition. Hummingbird. I have 2 purples, and I don't know which one. Amethyst and Wild Grape. Not sure which. Maybe I'll use both of those. I don't know. Wild Salmon, a fan favorite. Fiddlehead, which is, you can tell, I love this color. And Red Clover. Okay, so that's my palette for this art printable. So let's start the activation process. Just gonna wet them. So this year I'm staying home, and I'm staying home for a multitude of reasons. One being my uncle. I'm still needing to help him navigate the next little bit. And and then I'm flying out in the middle of the month to hang out with Keely and Peggy and Kay. And then I'm flying to my dad's, and then we're going to fly to Montana to meet that brand new baby that my niece had. So I just felt like, nope, this year I just want to stay home. And I think I just want a quiet day. Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping to just make art from morning till night. That's my plan. So we'll see how that goes. I love this flower. I love this flower. And I'm thinking, I want to paint with my beam brush too. You see, this is a twig from Manitoulin Island, and this is deer hide from Manitoulin Island, and sinew that wrapped it. So I don't know, just kind of feeling it this morning. I hope that you're feeling whatever you're gonna paint too. There's just something about it, isn't there? Oh, everybody, make sure you have a great big drink. I read something this morning, and I will repost it on my Instagram stories. It was so cool. It said, it was so cool because, number one, the artwork that was on the piece of prose was the lily of the valley, which was my mom's favorite flower. So that spoke to me. But here's what it said. May is the month of expectation, the month of wishes, the month of hope. And that was by Emily Bronte. So I think that's the way we should go into our month. We need to think of it as a month of expectations and wishes and hope, right? So let's wet our paintbrush. And then I'm going to start with my fiddlehead. And I'm just going to, I just stuck my hand right in Lake Superior. I'm just going to start painting. I like to start with kind of a watery wash first. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with all of these pieces of art. Doesn't matter. I tell myself that is a different part of my brain. Right now, I'm just in the painty part of my brain, and that feels nice. So let's just fill some spaces with color. There we go. I saw something, you know, I have my big old list of talking points, as always. Or in and out, in and out. And one of the things that is on my list was well, family book club. I wanted to, because that's big on our hit parade. So I think we should get cheese crisp from our favorite Mexican restaurant, Carambas. Oh, do you hear that crazy dog? Do you hear her? I'm telling you, she's just been barking in the middle of the night. She's sitting on our bed, barking out the window. Somebody is having the audacity to do something in their own backyard. And Maisie has not approved. Crazy dog. Yep, she just got removed from... Yep, she just got removed. Oh, that funny dog. Let's see, where are we? Well, hi, Valerie, and hello, Susan. How are ya? So, okay, we've got some green. You know what? Let's just keep on painting with green, shall we? With fiddlehead. I just love that fiddlehead. This was back when I drew what we called, wait. Hello Flower. The Hello Flower collection was when I drew a slimline, an A2, and a independent piece of art. I've thought about doing that again, but I kind of like a coverall. If I'm going to make all the things, I don't know. But right now, our second piece of art this morning is our there we go, our June, this little one right here, our June piece of Year in Bloom calendar art. Let's get a little deeper pigment on there, see what happens. And I'm just in love with these posies, and I dreamed them up in a hospital room, as you can imagine. I sketched it and sketched it and sketched it. Remember my little sketchbook that I take with me? Some neighbor, she's barking at some neighbor, Valerie, who knows? I think she's just discovering she has a big bark, not like her little yippy puppy bark that she had in the beginning. And so she's pretty proud of herself. Ta-da! Okay, let's pick another color, shall we? So I told you what I'm doing for Mother's Day. What are all of you going to do? What are your plans? Let's see. This rose hip, this is an awfully pretty color. So, our friends at Beam, they produce like the coolest watercolors that are all ethically created. There's no plastic involved. They have shimmers and gouache and just regular old watercolors. I'm telling you, I'm in love with them. And I know I'm using a small brush. Joni and Keely would say something to me about that, but I'm kind of feeling it this morning. And you know, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And now and then I branch out into a larger brush. This is a number 4, I believe. That's kind of my go-to, is number 4. Look at that gorgeous shimmery red. So pretty. I think I'm going to do these all 3 similar. Let's get this guy up here. Oh my gosh, so I saw some more Would You Rathers. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Would you rather I will be in Paris for Mother's Day for a week-long tour and an art retreat. Very excited. Shut up, Sue. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you just go for it. You just go for it. I'm spending the weekend doing dog sports. Well, there you go. There you go. That's very Valerie. And good morning, Miss Joni Travis. How are you this morning? Joni just got done with 2 weekends of birthday celebrations. What are you going to be doing this next weekend, Joni? A bunch of nothing? Oh, would you rather? Okay, ready for it? Would you rather... Sorry, I'm so jealous. It sounds like a great time to be in Paris. Shut up. Absolutely. Would you rather fly or be invisible? Fly or be invisible? Turn your substrate. Turn your substrate. Remember, it's not nailed down. Paint from the most comfortable vantage point. Uh-oh, I overshot my red just a little bit into my green leaf. Let's see if we can tap off some of it. Then maybe we can go over that green. I love that the paint, as you paint, you kind of get natural lights and darks that just kind of happen as the paint dries. That just makes me so happy. You know? So, let's get this last rose painted. It's almost kind of a ranunculus, isn't it? With all those layers and layers and layers. Clean our brush. I'm going to let it sit for a second. So, invisible. Good morning. Good morning, Kay. Keely says fly. Valerie says invisible. Is the green a shimmer paint? Absolutely. It's called Fiddlehead. So if you happen to order from Beam Paints, be sure to say, and Corbiere-Scott Design sent me. I think I'd like to be able to fly more than be invisible. Just saying. I'm just thinking that. Anybody else? Anybody else? Fly. Another one for fly, Miss Sue. How about you, Kay? Fly or be invisible? So, I wanted to talk to you about the retreat just a little bit. So if you know me, I am a process teacher. I'm not really a project teacher, but when I teach a retreat, we kind of have to do a project. And so I figured out a way to marry the two things. So I like to, if I have a new medium, say beam paints, I want to learn every single thing that beam paints can do. And so that means I just paint with it, paint with it, paint with it, paint with it. What else can I do? What else can I do? Can I use it this way? Can I use it that way? All the things. And what can I use it in conjunction with? All the things. So for this art retreat, I am working with my friend Audrey, who owns a store in Marshall, Michigan, an online paper art store called Paper and I, and I'll put a link to her. Anyway, she let's see. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Are you still there? I closed out Facebook on accident. Honest to Pete. But here's a link to Audrey's store. She's just about the most fabulous, I'm telling you. But this time I'm doing it in conjunction with a store. And so I'm using products that she sells, and most of them are exclusive to her store. So she has an exclusive set of Lindy's Magicals. She has an exclusive set of Wow embossing powders. So, and we found some stencil butters that work with the colors of those two products. So so like I said, I like to take a deep dive into products, mediums, and then what can I do with that? How can I push the envelope? So one of the things that I like to do is each time I teach a retreat, I like you to have like a reference file of sorts, because I know myself, I'm never going to remember it all, right? But I'm going to want to, I believe in, if you teach an artist a technique, they're going to take that and run with it. Just like if you teach a man to fish, right? So for this retreat, our reference file is going to be these ATC cards filled with all the artsy techniques. And this is just some of them, because you know, I am a girl of mystery. Some of the artsy techniques that I'm gonna show you, and then we're gonna bring all of those artsy techniques together, and we're gonna make a project that is so cool and so in keeping with my artist self-care mantra. I can't wait. Anyway, if you are interested, please go check it out on the link at the tippity top, I believe, for Artist Self-Care Artist Retreat. So, can I be both? Because fly would be fun too. Absolutely, Valerie, absolutely. Okay, would you rather? Are you ready? Be transported to ancient Greece or the Wild West? That's one to ponder, isn't it? That's one to ponder. I don't seem to have a shimmery yellow. And I don't think I have a shimmery... Wait a minute. Is pumpkin spice? That's not a shimmer. But I kind of want... Oh my gosh. This... I'm thinking, what if I did some of their regular watercolor, and then I did some shimmer on top of it. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm gonna take. So I have, what is this one? This is Sky Color Bluebird. Oh my gosh, this is the most lovely blue. And then this one is Great Ocean. So let's activate those because I kind of have an idea. Because this art printable has lots of kind of nooks and crannies, or lots of, little bits to paint, I thought, you know what? I think that would be so fun in like shades of blue, right? But I also have this gorgeous pink, which is, I think it's red clover. So I thought, well, I could do red clover. There. Right? And then I'm thinking I could do red clover right there, right there. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then I don't know what color I want to paint this the back side of the petal around Wild West, Valerie. All right. Kind of digging this, you guys. Now, I'm thinking, what about if I did the very outline in that same beautiful red clover? Oh, that's pretty. Ancient Greece. I'm kind of feeling ancient Greece too. And here's the thing. I mean, I'm sure women were treated horrid in both of those scenarios. But ancient Greece, I don't know. I think I'd just like to understand it a little bit more. I don't know. I think I would like to time travel to kind of all kinds of places. Just because I want to see it all. I want to, kind of digging this, you guys. That's making me so happy. Okay, ready for the next one? A complete day of rest or a day filled with all of your favorite activities? Curious. I think a day filled with all of my favorite activities. because I'd want to experience them all. Do you know what I mean? How cool would that be? I know it would be like stimulation overload and everything, but come on, it would be so fun. Right? It would be so fun. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? I don't know what I want to do on the inside of that, but activities. Rest. Jan. All right. Lindsay, rest. What's the phenomenal announcement? Can I know now? I signed up for the email yesterday, but nothing too soon. So Linz, I don't know when you jumped in, but I was talking about my, well, I have a bunch of them. It was kind of a bunch of them. And I already gave you a big shout out for helping me with one of them. One of them was my very first bundle of art printables. Lindsay, God bless her. One day we talked and I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to handle that information right now. So the next day she sent me like, she goes, okay, then just write this down, these 3 little steps. And then she made a little video, a little how-to video. Oh my gosh, it was the best. It was the best. It was the best. And yes, we did figure it out. And, but then the other thing, is, my upcoming artist retreat in Michigan. And so that's the big thing I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna roll out a bunch of activities that we're gonna do, different artsy techniques that we're gonna do. You know, I always like to have a reference file, Linz, of all the techniques, and then bring all those techniques together for one final thing, one final project. And so I was showing them, this is what we're going to be doing. This, and there, you know, it's not all here because I like a little mystery. But this is just some of the techniques that we're going to learn, and then we're going to play with those and play with those and play with those, and then bring them all together at the end to complete a project. So that was my big phenomenal announcement. For me, a day of rest is full of my favorite activities: reading, making art, and stitching. Shut up! Me too, Keels, me too. A day filled with all my favorite activities. Day of activities. Woohoo. So we kind of had a mixed bag of responses, didn't we? A mixed bag. Oh my gosh, I read this thing, you guys, and it just made me giggle out loud. It said, it's crazy to think that we lived in the same era as payphones and iPhones. Come on. Come on. How crazy is that? Of VHS rental stores and Netflix. Hanging out on the street and social media. And in the end it said, feels like we've lived 2 totally different lifetimes. Doesn't it sometimes? Doesn't it? It's crazy to me. I know, Linz, but we already did that. Let's do something different. Let's do something different. I'm ready for a new adventure. And you're going on a new adventure. Holy tamale. You're going on the, hey, did I freeze, you guys? I was at a restaurant last Thursday that had a payphone. Shut up! That sounds very cool. That sounds very cool, Keels. Did you try to make a phone call from it? You know, I remember one time I was broke as a joke, just poor as a church mouse. And so I didn't have a telephone, but I am a mama's girl, and so I wanted to talk to my mom. So I lived in Arizona. I lived in this apartment complex, and down by the pool there was a payphone, and I would go down there like early on a Sunday morning when nobody was out there yet. And I would somehow scrunch myself up and sit in that little nook of the payphone, because it was just a payphone. It wasn't like a booth or anything. And I would call my mom collect and have her call me back, and then we would just talk and talk and talk. Sweet memories. Sweet memories. Okay, so now let's try the yes, thank God my saint helped. Not Frozen. Okay. Hugging me and holding my hand. Susan Oliver Bain. Without her, I couldn't go. Oh, you'll absolutely do grand. Do a retreat in Southern California. Oh. It would be expensive, though, Valerie. That's our dilemma with California. Right, Linz? It's expensive there. I want to do something, I don't know. There's some really cool places I want to go, but I was talking to Keely about, I've been approached by some of these, there are these companies that you can do retreats with, and they handle all the logistics, and you just come in and teach. And that sounds cool, but the pricing is really, really high, and I know my demographic. It would be a hard thing for people to come up with that much jack. Do you know what I mean? And they still have to get themselves there. And sometimes lodging isn't included. So, I kind of stick with my, I don't know, maybe something by the ocean. That might be cool, Linz. Lindsay, we just need a place. We just need a place. Everything else will fall into place. Although I really did like that that quilt store. Okay, so there's sky color. Now let's come in with this bluebird. I want you to see it. It's so pretty. Let's come in with it. Look at it. It's so pretty. Be so careful around my little dotty dots. So I have this paint from Beam that's called Shell, which is like a shimmery white, and I'm wondering if I painted that on top of this, how that would look. I don't know. Maybe the contrast of this is kind of a cool thing. I don't know. Oh, a retreat in Nevada. Okay, Nance, what do you have a place for us? You plan it, Valerie Carrillo, and we will teach. Absolutely. Yes, Gold Beach, Oregon. Yeah, we just spent lots of time on the Oregon coast last year, and oh my gosh. So these are metallic beams, yes, and these three blues that I'm playing with now are not metallic. I can't go to retreats because it would cost me more to board my dog than to go to the retreat. Yeah, I know. There's always something, isn't there? I swear. There's always something. Let's see. I'm just in love with this, but I want to come in with some white. A little bit, right there. Oh my gosh, we just started watching this basketball. What's the name of that basketball show on Netflix? It's about, it's Kate Hudson and, darn it, it's so funny. We just started watching it last night. End something? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. This blue is so pretty. Kind of like the idea of the matte next to the shimmer. That's kind of interesting. Let's see what I can do with that. Ta-da! And one more. Okay, so I want to set that aside to dry because I want to start painting on the new calendar art. Oh, I love this so much. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I told you, I drew it in a hospital room. Lindsay and I talked about that. How we always have a sketchbook. We always have a sketchbook. Lake Tahoe would be nice, but probably too expensive. Yeah, I've never been to Lake Tahoe though. We just need a place with a big okay, let's see. What did you say? I looked into Zephyr Cove one time, and that is pretty, or was pretty affordable. All you need. Good work on the South Shore side. Oh. That might be fun. That might be fun. Okay, so then I pulled out, so I had my shimmers out, but then I also pulled out some other colors that I kind of love. Well, I wanted those blues. Wait a second. And I thought I would just fiddle around with some ideas with these. Not red, I think. Not red. And not beach rose, because I already have a beach rose here. And then that topaz. Stop it. Look how pretty those are together. Is that, what is that? Pumpkin spice. What is this one? Pumpkin spice. Let's just do those 5 colors. Ooh, Linz, what's that? Is that Lake Tahoe area, Zephyr Cove? So I hope everybody has a grand Cinco de Mayo. I do. What if 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if each one, bring that blue in too as a 6th color. I'm thinking about, do I want to do each flower is all the colors, but the center is a different color. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do each flower all one color? I'm thinking about that too. I think I kind of like the idea of them all being, oh, that was poplar, by the way. The yellow is poplar. And this is spring green. I love me a spring green. This is Keely's favorite color, a lime green. And Lori Hennig. And Carmen Dudley. And this is Beach Rose, one of my favorites. Stop it. I love that. Okay, what else do I have? I have pumpkin spice. And some of these are pretty gouache. Some of them are more watercolory. I love it all. I'm way more about the color. Lake Tahoe is beautiful. Husband and I spent last week there. Zephyr Cove is my favorite area. Oh. Oh. Well. Now you've piqued my interest, Nance. Okay, and this one, I think this is Topaz Lake. Stop it right this very second. I'm just in love with this. Okay, what if, okay, I just thought of something. And I don't know about these guys, these littles. I'll figure that out afterwards. What if we do, did I freeze again, you guys? I keep refreshing, see if that makes a difference. Okay, let's see. What if we do the dots of this one yellow? Ugh, darn it. Turn, 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 turn. I think we do all the colors on each flower. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Put all the dots in the next consecutive flower. So like the dots in this one will be green. The dots in this one will be orange. Stop it. Look at how pretty that is. I'm in love with it. Are we having technical difficulties, you guys? Is it freezing? Or is it just freezing on my end? Everybody take a drink. Okay, so now let's do the green dots here. Loving that, loving that. It's very 70s, isn't it? Which is right up my alley. You are not frozen. Thank you. It just keeps freezing on my laptop. I don't know what the deal is. So I hope everybody has some nice Mexican food today. I want all the Mexican restaurants to sell out of everything. I was just reading this thing about if you live in Arizona, everybody has their favorite Mexican restaurant, and that is so true. That is so true. And we'll argue with you about why their Mexican restaurant is the best. Although I will say, Carmen and my Mexican restaurant is the same. We both love. Sorry. Got lost in my dots. Carambas. It's so good. They make the best cheese crisp. And if you haven't had a cheese crisp, then you absolutely need to get one to taste it. They started in Arizona. Many, many years ago. Now they're, and like other places don't always have them. It's different than a quesadilla. A quesadilla is folded in half. A cheese crisp is a tortilla covered in cheese, copious amounts of cheese, and put under the broiler. Oh, stop it. It's so good. It's so good. So then it's just bubbly and delicious. And they make some with machaca beef. That's a fave. They make some with green chili chicken. That's a fave. You know what's so funny? I know 2 people whose birthday is on Cinco de Mayo. My friend Sherry, who made my embroidery bag, and my niece Melanie, who is living in Egypt right now as a missionary. I'm loving them too, Keels. Aren't they so pretty? And now I'm like, well, I don't know. Do I want to finish all the dots and then see, like, if I want to add other colors or if I want to just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody take a drink. You guys, I can't believe that a whole hour has gone by fast. So fast. How did that happen so fast? So, I will bid you adieu. I adore you all so, so much. More than you'll ever know. You're my solace in an otherwise crazy time in my life. That's for sure. So I will see you tomorrow at the same time at 9 o'clock in Stitch Along with Anne. And then Thursday, we'll be right back here at Pop In Paint Party. And we'll be doing painting even more. I adore you all. Thank you so, so much for your love and your grace and your voracious appetite for art. Thanks so much, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.